We're live.
Cool.
So,
It's a little bit better.
yeah, it seems better for a second. We'll see how it holds up. So, for anybody joining, we are having slight technical issues with Mr. Chase Boyde. I assume the Wi-Fi.
You can blame me for that.
Yeah, I assume the Wi-Fi, the internet just can't handle that much handsomeness on one side of the phone. That's got to be the issue.
It's the looks, bro.
It's always the looks. Look at that.
This
Look at the
thing's like
facial hair.
my phone's like 980p and I'm a 10, so I think that's the problem.
That's 100% what's going on, dude. So we're here with Chase Boyde. Chase, what's going on, dude?
I hope you said what's going on, dude, because it like kind of phased out, but just chilling. I'm just chilling at work. About to get off and go hit some training at Armazzani, and then tomorrow I go to the academy to train.
Nice. So obviously gearing up for the big fight, July 9th at Brawl in the Berg 12. What do you think of your opponent? Like, what's your first impression of your opponent, Brady Rivera?
Better facial hair, better man bun. This is gonna be the battle for the bun. But no, I didn't want to fight Brady at first, to be honest. Jim hit me. He said Brady was 2-4, and then I was like, man, that seems like they're gonna feed me somebody or something because I'm coming off a loss. And then I looked into his record. Like, he moved to Thailand. I think it was for like 7 months. Lived there. Like, worked on his striking, and like I've seen him compete. I think in like three different grappling tournaments, and he subbed everybody. And then I watched him compete in catch wrestling. He dominated this dude, beat the living piss out of him. And then I think his Muay Thai career has been going real good. So I watched all of that, and I was like, all right, he's like really good. And I think I'm sleeping on him a little bit. And then I was like, I should fight him because I think he's good. He's nice and rangy, super lanky. Like I said, great mustache. Oh yeah, you just put the poster up too. His mustache is beautiful, man. And that's a picture from when I was like 20. He looks like a man. I look like a boy in this. You guys are doing me wrong.
We gotta hype the fights, Chase. We gotta give you extra motivation. You know what I mean? I love.
You guys should edit a mustache on me at least, or something, or edit his mustache off and put it on mine, and then edit mine onto his.
Yeah. I'm gonna get our graphic designer on that. She's on the case right now. I think it genuinely should be Battle of the Buns.
It's
though,
like
dude.
Breaking up again.
We're just breaking up. We're like sad teenagers over here, just breaking up all the time. That Beaver County internet. I don't know. Chase, I think we're losing you, dude. Can you hear me at all? Bad times. We're going to kick Chase out for a second.
It's like so you're just lagging so better.
Chase is graciously taking time out of his work schedule, which is awesome. But
I don't think it's working because the live's
he's at,
messed up, dude.
Working, the connection is not great for him, so that's really tough right now. But I do want to say, as my wife just pointed out, Battle of the Buns, hashtag Battle of the Buns. We're going to need to get Chase's picture updated, like we said, to one when he has a bun, because obviously the bun is like primo right now. And I'm going to try to add Chase back to the stream here in a second to see if it's still lagging for him. But hashtag Battle of the Buns, that actually needs to happen. Like, would you cut your hair if he beats you? Like, can this be a hair match?
We need Elon to.
Oh, no. Oh, Chase is still lagging. I'm going to text him on the side, see. Sorry, everybody. The internet and technology is amazing until it isn't. And unfortunately, when you're doing these virtual meetings and things like that, I think we need to just get like in-person interviews rolling at some point. It would be a lot more to set up. Obviously, it would be really annoying and it would be a lot more work, but the finished product would be so much better. I want this podcast to do really well. I want you guys to see it and hear interesting conversations. So it's very unfortunate when stuff like that happens, when a guy's connection is not great or when our connection is not great. I mean, geez, you've seen it plenty from us as well. So it's not like we were always totally on the ball with the internet either. But here at my house, you know, the internet's pretty solid, pretty stable, pretty reliable usually. So unfortunately, it's looking like Chase is, you know, wherever he's working at. I think he's out in Beaver County usually. So that Beaver County internet just hits different, man. It's not the same. You need to get down to Allegheny County, Chase. We'll maybe get Chase back on when he's at the academy one day, because obviously we really want to hear from Chase, and this is a big fight for him against Brady Rivera. Like we said, battle of the buns, hashtag battle of the buns. I freaking love that. I think the loser really should cut his hair, and we're going to have Brady on here in a second. So I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask Brady what he thinks about that. Like, let's make this a hair match. I think anybody in favor of a hair match, you need to go post, tweet, hashtag battle the buns, tag them, make this a hair match. Well, this is what it's all about. You're an advanced amateur. They're both, you know, coming off defeats inside the cage, so they need to get back on the winning track, but also they need their confidence back. And what could be more confidence inspiring than knowing that you're fighting for your hair? Like, if you're fighting for your hair, you got to just absolutely bring it. So I think Chase absolutely should make this a hair match. You know, he said Brady has the better facial hair, and I know he feels like he may even have better real hair, you know, actual head hair. So if he's willing to put that bun on the line, then that's something that needs to happen. We should probably get like a special belt made or something, maybe like a golden comb or something. I wonder if Ryan would be into making like a golden comb or a golden brush for the winner of this epic hair match. So it really is hair versus hair, though. So you got to love that. But the fight itself is amazing too. I actually queued up a video. I was going to have Chase kind of talk us through it, but like I said, unfortunately his internet is not cooperative right now. So I'm going to play the video nonetheless. This is from Chase's last fight inside the 247 FC cage. He fought Brogan Andres, who since this fight against Chase, Brogan has been on an absolute tear. I believe he's 7-3 now. And wait, Chase is back. We're going to see. We're going to see.
Back. The Duff is back. It's Conor McGregor, red panty night, baby. We're in the chat now.
He can't leave. Are you good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro. Now I can hear you. Your beautiful voice.
Okay.
Give me a scream, like a metal scream real quick on that beautiful mic.
I can't do that to these people. I can't subject our good listeners.
You did it on FaceTime with me earlier.
I always do. You know how it do. You know how it do. I only scream on the guitar. Like I'll rip some guitar. I'll rip some guitar for you guys on the podcast one day for sure.
I'm down. But yeah, this golden brush needs to happen. If there's no belt involved,
I love that you're still listening.
Yeah.
Dude,
oh my
absolutely.
God. Yeah, I came back in and they were laughing at me. They were like, "You're an idiot." I was like, "I know."
Will you put your hair on the line? Like, can we make this a hair match?
If we donate it, if we can donate. I don't even know if my hair is long enough to donate. So like, yeah, I would definitely do that. If he would be down, you know what I mean? Like I said, like, yeah, and you were right. He does have a better man bun and stuff. I had one at one point that was just as nice, but I cut it off. But yeah, I would shave my head if he's willing to donate his too. I'll donate mine if it's like eligible to donate, but
nice. We got to make that happen. We definitely I'm going to advertise that for sure. We'll talk to Brady, see what he thinks. Let's do it.
I don't know. He might be that. Oh man, that stash too. Does it like making mole rat shave everything? Like just your eyebrows stay, or is it like?
I was thinking like just the man bun goes. Like you just cut your hair. Like just you can keep your beard in it, whatever you want there.
So winner brings a samurai sword, or no. Both of us bring samurai swords to the bout. Someone like you know how they do seppuku, I think it's called. Have someone kneel, and then we cut the bun off, just like that, right?
Yes. Just
we'll have a drink after, call it a day. Yeah,
dude, you get it. It. Let's do that. So we're gonna talk to Brady right after this and see what he thinks, but he's got to be down for that.
That'd be cool,
dude. In the meantime, I'm gonna play this clip of your last fight with us against Brogan. All right, I'm gonna play a little video for the good people back home. So let's check this out, and then we'll get your comments.
Show them what they're working with.
Boom.
And Boyde looking for the takedown, as it actually looked like Andres was looking for the throw, but Boyde ends up on top.
This is where Boyde works well. We'll see.
Andres rolls him. Now has, it looks like I thought I had an arm triangle choke, but he might be a little high. Lets go of it, and Chase Boyde trying to get back to his feet. There's the hip toss. But good job riding the hips by Chase Boyde. Here's the scramble. Ends up on the back of Brogan. Andres, what a scramble there for Chase Boyde.
Exhaustion on Andres.
And looking for the not even fighting it is Andres.
This is bad.
This might be the finish. He's wincing. He's wrenching this rear naked choke here, palm to palm.
And it is over.
What a finish and what a comeback from Chase Boyde. And you see just the emotion pouring out from Chase Boyde, as that was a big, big victory.
Dog, that was an insane performance. Like, what were you thinking first off when he hit that hip toss on you?
Especially against Brogan, too. Fuck this. It hurt. It hurt really bad when I landed, and I was like, you know, when Ricky Bobby was like, I'm flying through the air right now. That's how it literally was slow motion, and I was like, oh, here we go. Hit the mat, and then went into coyote guard, and then got him back on the cage. But I was very intimidated of Brogan, because Brogan was just tearing through people. Like his last fight before me, I know he's coming off a loss in that, but it was like a super tough opponent, and he made the third round with him. But he was beating, like, he beat Darren Williams, Damone Hawkins. Damone's a really good friend of mine. I love Damone, and I know he's super skilled, so I knew it was going to be a tough fight, because I know how good Damone is, and like Brogan took him out in the first round, and I was like, oh man. But showing up to that fight, I was ultra confident, because I had a really good team, and I ended up coming away with the W from the rear naked choke.
Dude, and Brogan has won 2 straight since that fight, finished 2 guys.
I think he's going pro. That's the rumor on the street. I didn't want to break any news like Ariel Helwani or anything, but I heard he's going pro, and he deserves it, man. He's a hard worker, great dude. We talked after the fight. Andrew Law is coach. I have a bunch of respect for Andrew Law. He's an OG of the fight game in the area, so what's not to love about that?
They're an awesome team.
We have our OGs too, like yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we really do. Pittsburgh OGs, they hit different, man. There's a lot in the area.
Kama, Chris Dempsey, Isaac, Lou, Dave, Chris Deep, all these. Yeah, they have great stories for days, too. Like, if you ever just, just come to, like, one of the gyms, like, after, like, Matt talked, like, that's the best. Like, it's like 10 at night, no one can move, so everybody's just sitting there sweating, drinking water, talking about old war stories and battle scars and stuff. It's the best. It's the best.
What's it feel like for you, though, to be a part of that? I mean, you're obviously training at the academy, but you're an active part of the Pittsburgh MMA lore, you know?
Yeah, I love it. Everybody in the game's pretty cool. Even if you're in the same weight class, we pretty much, like, still, like, friends and stuff. But like, showing up to practice every day, like yesterday, you never knew you're going to see. Like, I was at practice working with Kama the other day. Shaka's there, Chris Deep, Chris Williams, and then Dempsey walks in. And I'm like, oh man, like, I got to get some knowledge from this dude. So, like, I asked him a couple questions, and Dempsey's such a great guy. He's always willing to teach, always willing to, like, show, like, you know, the next generation. So it's always great seeing him, and showed me some cool stuff, and just talked for like an hour and then headed out.
Did he get you that cement mixer series? He's the king of the cement mixer.
Yeah, we don't bring that up. That's some PTSD stuff there. I have to trigger for me. So
one too many times.
Yeah. Oh my. You should see. He does a one-handed guillotine with a chin strap. It's pretty good.
That's his specialty, man. That's his specialty. Mike Wilkins, I was at Stout one day, and Mike Wilkins was breaking that down, sharing all of Dempsey's secrets, but Dempsey's the king of that.
You know, the thing that really sucks is you could watch as many videos as you want, go to as many seminars as you want to, learn how to defend against the chin strap. and still he's going to submit you 2 or 3 times in the round, the 5-minute round with the chin strap, and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's like
So-
when Ronda Rousey was just armbarring everybody, and everybody knew it was coming but couldn't stop it. That's Dempsey's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Exactly,
You
dude,
know?
for real. And with you, man, when you get somebody's back, you know, we saw it with Brogan there. I don't know if you would say the rear naked is your signature move or choke or not, but I mean, you've shown pretty remarkable back control with guys lately. And what is it with you? And once you get somebody's back, just being relentless?
I don't know, man. When I was younger, I was a lot smaller, so getting to the back was always the option on someone, like jumping on someone's back to choke them. Like there's like, you have like 4 people fighting each other, like just like 4-on-4s, like just run up behind someone and choke them out. Like that was always like the goal, or come up behind them and sneak them or something like that. But I think I started playing the back probably like a year ago. I started loving like that position a lot though, because like there's so much you can do from it. I was working with like Lou, Jim Clark. I say Lou, but Lou Armazzani, I should say his full name. Chris Passarella, like Ryan Ariola. They've showed me so many great attacks from there. Dave's helped my ground and pound from that position significantly. I just posted a video from a like a street beast of sorts brawl of me on some dude's back, TKO'ing him from the thing. Like that was some stuff Dave showed me. So yeah, the back's like fun, and like you're not in that much risk as long as you don't cross your ankles or get too high. As long as you have like the good fundamentals of control in the back, like you're pretty much safe from damage. So
yeah, what I mean, might be a weird question, but dude, like in that video, it was very obvious. Like your legs are extremely powerful. Like you have so much lower body strength. What's your strength and conditioning routine for them things, man? Those hamstrings look ridiculous.
honestly, I just watch Mark Cherico videos all day, and they just grow big. Serious. You don't believe me? It's true though.
It's the only explanation for having legs like that.
Yeah. It's like watching jiu-jitsu breakdowns and stuff. I just watch them squat, and then my legs get bigger.
That's beautiful. Dude, our intern, Dylan Cole, says the Croatian crowbar is possibly the best nickname we've had at 247.
At 247, but the best nickname in Pittsburgh fight history is definitely Chris Balls Deep. I'm sorry. It takes the cake every time. Exactly. And you know he's showing up to go hard. He's going balls deep. You know what I mean? Like he's coming. So
yeah. There's no way around that not being the best nickname. It's number one.
Oh hell yeah.
He also our intern. I'm going to share this with you if I can figure out how to like download it fast while we're on. Our intern already photoshopped some hair match photoshops of what you could look like without your hair or with a mustache. I'm going to see if I can share this. I don't know if it's going to let me, but
give me a Tom Selleck style stash, because that's what he's rocking with, bro.
It is.
If this was like a gunfight, I'd have like a 22, and he'd have like a freaking, we'll say a 30-06 or something, or like
You're right.
5.56. Because
I mean, dude, you got to respect.
I'm just disappointed in myself.
Yeah, you really got to respect Brady's game.
Oh my god! I wonder if he uses like Dapper Dan in it and like specialty stuff, or if he's just natural.
I don't know, dude. He's going to be on the show here in a little bit, so I'm about to find out. You know what I mean? We're going to ask.
That's all natural, and if not, help a brother up with some product.
I am 100%. You guys can have a hair match and also play for product. Like that'll be the gift. Like instead of winning a belt, you'll just win like a gallon of mustache oil.
Yeah, Dapper Dan stuff will be bona fide.
So for some reason I can't share the pictures on the live stream, but I'll send them to you when we hang up. Good. I'll get them to you, and I'll also post them for the public because you guys got to see this. I think bald Chase with a mustache might actually be the move.
Sounds like a villain though.
He's also got you in like a cowboy
hat.
I
have an awkwardly shaped head too. Yeah, that sounds like because when I shave my head, so my nickname in high school when kids used to pick on me, used to call me Sloth. Right? So from the Goonies, you know how like traumatizing that is? And then they're like, oh, why do you have problems talking to girls now? And it's like, because they called me Sloth like way back in the day, and it really hurt.
Yeah, but who's slothing now? Look at you now, son. You're like a model. You're like a Pittsburgh MMA model.
Hey, you guys, but I'm like jacked. You know what I mean? Like Hey, you guys, on someone's back choking them out, you know? Oh,
dude,
my
that's
God.
that's all you need. Like that's truly all you need, dude. So you follow up.
Do you know
like
how Kama?
Go ahead.
Do you know how Kama screamed, "I'm the real deal" after he submitted Pena? I'm gonna scream, "Hey, you guys!"
Dude, please do. Please do. It'd be an epic clip. Have you seen our new 4K camera?
I have not. Oh wait, with the slow-mo and all that jazz.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, we need you
I
going.
love that thing. I saw.
Go ahead.
Wait, we say that again?
I think we're lagging again, maybe a little bit, but I was going to say we need you going full sloth in 4K slow-mo. Like that would be epic.
I'll do the truffle shuffle after I get up to Patty Pimblett weight.
Nice. How does he gain weight so fast, dude? He got so fat so fast.
How does one judge somebody for eating good bread? If I make, how much do you think he made on like that last fight?
Enough. I don't know. Yeah,
exactly, bro. I'm going to I'm tasting every food place in Pittsburgh. I'm going stopping everywhere, so I could see, you know what I mean. And he's young, so you can usually put stuff down when you're younger.
True. What's your number one food? Like, what's your cheat meal or what's your like post-fight meal that you crave that you look forward to?
Water. Water's the best thing after. So I think water's the best thing, and this is everybody's gonna be like, nah, he's eating ho-hos and shit, which that's true, but I love drinking water. I don't know what it is. It's just like this humbling feeling when you sit in the sauna that lasts like 10 hours before weigh-ins or whatever, and you get to sip water after you weigh in. Like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's like that stuff Bobby Boucher had. You know what I'm saying?
The glacier water.
Bottle. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, that's
I drink
beautiful.
that. What type of water do you drink?
I'm usually like a smart water guy, honestly.
Smart
I don't know.
water?
Yeah, something about it.
That's not a smart choice. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm
joking. What's your water? I mean, I got to judge your water now.
It's either Fiji or Waki or something like that. I forget. I'm not pronouncing that right at all, but it is fire. It's like volcanic, whatever they say, water, something like that they figured out.
I got to find that. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had that. So maybe
I'll bring you some to the fight.
All right. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. We got Dylan, high quality H2O chiming in. Classic. This is fantastic.
Gatorade.
I think we should be sponsored by like some glacier water. That would be sick.
Yeah. Or no. I was going to say whoever 50 Cent bought Sobe, but he sold it. So I was going to say that, but he sold it. So it's no longer a good company. I know.
Yeah. We can't trust Sobe anymore then.
Hit Sean O'Malley up. We'll do a collab on something. We'll call it Sugar Water.
Dude, that's a good call. Sugar water. I love that. Let's do that. Bro. All right, man. Well, I'm not going to keep you from work too much longer, but I appreciate you busting in.
Please do, bro. Save me.
I appreciate you vibing in and putting the hair on the line. We're going to get Brady in here in just a second. So I'm going to ask him about the hair, and then stay tuned for the clip on social media, everybody, because we got something brewing here.
Cool. Tell him I said he's a silly goose. I read in his bio not to take life serious, so tell him I think he's the silliest of silly gooses.
I'll let him know for sure. I think he can actually hear you right now because he's like in the waiting room. So,
cool. What's up, Brady?
All right, bro. Go enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to Brady, and then we'll get back to you on the Golden Comb.
Yep. All right. Be easy, I guess.
Later.
Come see me.
Brady Rivera joining the show. Look at dude.
Hey, man.
What's up, dude? How are you?
I'm chilling. I'm feeling good.
Nice. So
I just came in when he called me a silly goose. That's fucking hilarious.
That's beautiful. So I don't know if obviously you didn't see the beginning of the show though, but he was complimenting your hair and mustache big time. He's kind of jealous of your hair and mustache game. So how much pride do you take in that?
At this point, a good amount. Just because I've been, I went through the dark times of having, just a thin little guy, thin little mustache. You know what I mean? Wasn't worth a shit, and I still rocked with it. Still stayed true, But it's filling out more these days, and it's trying to ride with it. I appreciate it.
That's beautiful. So Chase has a little bit of a man bun going on right now. Pretty decent beard happening. He wanted to propose a hair match to you. The loser has to cut his hair. Like, is that something that you're going to accept, or is the hair too precious to you?
Oh yeah, that's cool. I don't go. I was actually gonna cut it pretty soon, anyways. So that's cool. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna win regardless. I'll probably just cut it afterwards, but so we can both cut our hair. That's chill.
He said like a Japanese samurai ritual, like we'll bring a little sword and like hold your hair out and just slice it, one clean slice for the loser.
If he has a fucking super sharp samurai sword, dope. You should bring it. Dude, if they'll let him bring it into the venue, cooler.
Chase genuinely might have a super sharp samurai. Like, I would not put that past him for sure.
I'm in. I give a fuck.
Yeah. So for everybody listening in live, this is Brady Rivera. He's facing Chase Boyde, obviously, at Brawl in the Berg 12, July 9th at the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. Dude, this event is stacking up so well. The tickets are already it's crazy, man. The ticket sales are amazing. You guys are going to have an amazing crowd in there. We're stoked to have you, brother. So obviously being, the out of town fighter, our audience isn't quite as familiar with you. So the first thing I just want to bring up is like your background. Chase was talking about it, that, he's watched you in grappling tournaments and Muay Thai fights. Mm-hmm. Where did your combat career begin though? Like what was the first kind of exposure you had to fighting?
Fighting, technically, I guess would be like, street fights when I was very young. And then my first one was like second grade. But I've been wrestling since I was 5. From a small town in Nevada. Just, my dad, Matt, very early on. He was my coach for a really long time, and started taking that really seriously, even as a young kid, doing the weight cuts, going to nationals, fucking driving around, doing the camps. It was a huge part of my young life. And then started getting into like MMA training, getting really into UFC and WEC at the time. I remember I was a huge Uriah Faber nerd in middle school.
Nice.
And I was like the first guy I really looked up to in MMA. And then my dad ended up finding a gym like an hour away, that would do some MMA for not crazy expensive. And because, back in this time, this is, 2006, 2007, something like that. And there just wasn't that many places to train back then. And he would take me, a couple of days a week, and we'd go up there, and I quit baseball just so I could go do this shit, like, a couple of times a week during the springtime. And then through that, and then I went and wrestled in college out at Menlo on the West Coast in the Bay Area. And I got away from MMA and jiu-jitsu and all that completely. And then shortly after my career there, when I got into like the working world and stuff, I started training with the Anderson brothers. One's a combat jiu-jitsu world champ at the moment. The other's active in Bellator. And they're really good. They taught me a lot. And I started working out with them every day and realizing this is something that I wanted to dedicate my life to. And that was a few years ago, and I've been on the path ever since.
Nice, dude. That's sick. I mean, that's definitely an awesome path that you've traveled, and just goes to show, how well-rounded you're going to be inside the cage. That's one thing that Chase kept talking about, was how you've done it all. Like, there's nowhere in a fight you can go that you're going to be uncomfortable. And definitely the same can be said for Chase. So we're definitely like insanely excited for the matchup. How long did you look at Chase, or how much thought did you give the bout before you accepted? Because from what I remember, it happened pretty quick.
I leave that up to my coach. My coach said, "Hey, I got a guy for you. After, a little bit after your Muay Thai fight, as long as, you're not hurt from that, you want to take it." I was like, "Yeah, let's just take it. I mean, have you looked at the guy?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "You feel good?" He says, "I feel great." I said, "Boom, let's do it." I didn't look him up, nothing. I don't care. I stopped checking brackets in high school. So
nice. That's one way to do it.
Yeah. Oh, not to cut you off. Sorry.
No, you're good, brother. I was just going to say that certainly like aligns with everything I've heard and seen from your team so far. We've worked with you guys just recently with getting Cam Sandoval in there at Flood City Fight Night 2. And obviously he put on a freaking show. Yeah. He looked amazing. We knew going in, he's a super tough kid, going to be really good everywhere the fight goes. But that just showed the level of training you guys got going on there. So what took you from Nevada to now North Carolina with Battleborn and everything? Like what was that journey like for you?
So yeah, that's a cool story. So me and Cam actually grew up together.
Nice.
I've known him since he was probably 6 and I was like 8 in the Northern Nevada wrestling community. And so basically when I moved from San Jose back to Reno, he hit me up and knew I'd been training for a couple of years now with the Andersons, and he had gotten into Muay Thai beforehand, and now found this guy named Kelly Annenson, who is a mastermind of a coach, a motherfucker of a trainer, right? And I'm like, okay, let's see what's up. And I went and I dipped my toe in, and I was fighting with the Andersons at the time, but I wanted to cross train with them. And the more I trained over there, I was like, this is kind of where I belong. This is where I need to be. Whereas I was working with the jiu-jitsu for my coaches, Kelly's a lifelong wrestler, just like me. We have a lot of the same thought processes as far as like sequences and grappling and striking to grappling. And we communicate really well, understand each other. So I decided to take the step and move with him full time a couple of years ago, like two and a half years ago. And toward the end of his lease at the old gym in Reno, a friend of ours and training partner named Chad said that he was moving back out here and he wanted to start a gym basically and give Kelly the reins. And me and 6-7 other fighters followed him out here and chasing the dream.
That's sick, man. That's such a leap of faith, but that says a lot about what you think of Kelly and what you think, obviously, of your own career in this sport. Like that wasn't a small decision for you on any level.
No.
Did you have a job as well? Like, do you still work? Did you get a new job in North Carolina, or what are you doing on that side of things?
Yeah, well, I was actually a project engineer in the financial department of a construction company before I decided to go into fighting. I was double majoring in business and finance, actually in college. But then since I've committed to fighting, I just bartend a few nights a week now, and I've been doing it for a couple of years, so I've gotten kind of decent at it, and it's been a good opportunity to like meet people and stay in the scene, but keep really strict. And I know I'm not missing out on anything. I see what y'all are doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still get to like hang out and make money there, which is great.
That's pretty sick, man. I love that you're just like going all in on the career. So I mean, obviously, do you see this as your future? Like, you want to be a pro fighter, you want to get to Bellator, UFC, wherever it may be?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm already a pro. Like I train, 30, 35 hours a week, like day in, day out, twice a day. Unless I have to work that night, I'm in the gym. This is what I chose a long time ago. So yeah, we're staying on the path.
Nah, man, that's beautiful. So obviously I'm not going to let like the good people at home wonder about this and not ask about it, but how'd you lose the tooth, bro? We need to hear the tooth story.
I just had way too many, man.
You just had it surgically removed. Like, I got too many. I'm like an alligator.
Yeah. No, dude, I was just, it was just one normal day during kickboxing, and we were doing some like play sparring, and there was a lot of really experienced guys in the room. And then one guy who's like trying to like fight, but he's like kind of new. And, we were just boxing, but he's 400 pounds. He's like 6'6", 400 pounds. And he just, like I would touch him a couple times and he would respond really hard, just because he was still a little jumpy and new. And he did that one time, and I thought I had ducked it like clean, and it caught me on top of the head. Whereas normally it would like kind of glance, right? It just like pushed everything down, and that tooth hit my bottom tooth. And yeah, that sounds miserable, man. Was it bad? Like, did it hurt? Did it interrupt your training? Did you have to quit training, or was it just like keep going? Yeah, it was like in the last 10 minutes of practice, and it didn't hurt as much as I was like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to pay for this. Like, yeah, like now I'm gonna have to deal with this for a couple months. And I low-key stormed out like a pussy, but nice. It's all good.
Nice. And what I respect more than anything is that you're just rolling with it. Like, there's no replacement tooth. Like, you're just like, yeah, this is me. I'm missing a tooth and it's badass. Like, I love that.
Yeah. I mean, I've been going through it. It takes like 4 or 5 months to get an implant done. So I got that metal guy in there right now, but
nice.
Yeah, my girl digs it. It's fine. Like, that was the first thing she said, was like, it's not that bad. And by now she's like, I'm actually used to it. Like, I don't even remember what you looked like before.
Dude, with that hair, that mustache, and then missing a tooth, it's a whole vibe. I'll
It's a
give you that.
lot.
Yeah, it's a
I get
look
it.
for sure.
And I come in cornrows, and people are like, "What's this? What's this guy doing here?"
cornrows and a mustache, missing a tooth, dude. I
Fuck it,
love
dude.
it. I love it, man. Hey, like you said, you're in the gym training, like you're taking this extremely seriously. You can just forget all that noise. Like, who cares what they think?
That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. So what are you
Thanks.
expecting? Like what do you think of fighting for 247? Like what are your expectations coming up to Pennsylvania, fighting for us at the Hollywood Casino? Like what do you expect from this show?
Well, Cam and Kelly both already spoke really highly of you guys and the quality of your promotion, quality of your guys. So yeah, and I mean, it sounds like King of the Cage to me. I'm on the East Coast. From what I understand, and I'm really excited and low expectations. But if I, if we're surprised, that's great. Always low expectations with a lot of amateur shows.
I get it. I definitely get that, man. I think the feelings are definitely mutual for us with Kelly and Cam. We had an excellent experience with your team, obviously, or we wouldn't have been, asking you guys to come back.
Appreciate
but
that.
you guys were awesome start to finish, which is exactly what we expected. I mean, you kind of hinted at it, but Kelly had an amazing MMA career of his own. He's a fantastic fighter. He's a longtime guy that if you've been following the sport for any amount of time, you probably have seen his fights. I mean, he beat Volkan Ozdemir. Yeah, like legit.
We went to war with Corey.
Yeah, Kelly is super legit. So what's it like training with a guy who, like you said, is not only kind of a mastermind of combat sports that you connect with on that level, but has been in there and done it? Like you can respect his credentials as well.
There's a lot that I could say, man. There's really a lot I could say. Like I could go into detail about it, but I think the best thing I could say, as far as like how he's helping me with my training, like immediately, like I know for sure if I can get away from that guy when he's trying to ride me out, hold me down, I'm going to get away from anybody. You know what I mean? And as far as his attention, his attention to detail, when it comes to my footwork, the placement of my hands, our strategy, game plan, it's all there. It's all full circle. So
that's sick. How much of that do you have to balance, like between your fighting instinct and between, what you've trained? How do you incorporate that? Like, is it just a matter of drilling that it kind of becomes instinctual for you? Because for a lot of amateur fighters, especially guys like you who come from like a strict wrestling background or something like that, it's hard to unlearn a lot of habits for MMA. Like, how have you found yourself adapting to MMA as opposed to just being a wrestler that's like learning how to fight?
Just blending a lot of things together. And that doesn't just come from learning the discipline separately, is what I've found. Like I could go train Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu and boxing, you know what I mean? And wrestling separately. But unless I practice in a setting where I'm mixing all that up all the time, constantly drilling that, then my brain isn't going to forge those pathways, to the point where it becomes reactionary. So I guess that's my answer to that is, we're constantly drilling the blending of everything, shots to takedowns, different scenarios in and out of takedowns, getting up all the time. And he gives us the freedom in those scenarios to use our own style to an extent. You know what I mean? As long as we're not breaking technique.
No, that's awesome. I mean, it's clear that you guys have something special going on there, that your gym is producing some killers. We've also got Wendy and Justin Dorsey on the show too. So we're excited to get everybody in there. Like the crew that you guys have assembled is definitely impressive, especially for as young as it is. And I guess it's a young gym, but not the credentials aren't young. Like
we've been hanging.
Yeah, exactly. So what has North Carolina been like for you, though? How's it feel being a part of that scene versus, you've been a West Coast guy your whole life up to that point, it sounds like. So how different has that been for you?
Well, I mean, it's a culture shock for sure, as far as just like being around here, the day-to-day living outside of the gym. But in the gym, fighters are the same everywhere. I've found in my travels. Everybody kind of gets along. The verbiage and the slang are a little different, but we're all there to grind and work it out. And we're doing the same thing we were doing in Reno. We're producing success and we're working hard every day and just sweating.
That's sick, man. And I wanted to loop back to something you said a lot earlier about being a big Uriah Faber guy. Are you still a big Uriah guy? Did you ever get a chance to meet him or anything? Like any cool Uriah stories?
Met him actually a couple times throughout the years. The first time I met him was at a King of the Cage event in Reno when I was in like I was in 8th grade. And I remember being so tripped out because I was way taller than him.
Oh yeah,
like, I was way bigger than I was probably 5'10".
Yeah,
and, and he's like, such a little
he's
guy.
super tiny.
Yeah, so that tripped me out. But I met him then, just quick picture, handshake. That was really cool for me. That was probably a formative moment in like me wanting to pursue this, on a subconscious level. But
sure.
And then I have seen him. I saw him at EBI. I forgot the last EBI Elias was on. EBI 16, whichever the lightweights one was. He was hanging out around there, and
nice.
He ended up talking to Elias, and I got to say what's up.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. I mean, there's been.
Got to meet Matt Hughes though in February. That was sweet. That was dope.
Is he like is it Uriah and then Hughes? Like, how would you rank your top 5, like most influential
top 5
MMA? Yeah, give me a top 5.
Okay, most influential.
Or just favorite.
Okay,
however.
Let's just go like influential people I admire, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Number 1, Justin Gaethje.
Okay, nice.
Number 1, Justin Gaethje. I'm not just like kind of right now. This is where I'm at. Right, it's been different in the past.
Sure.
Number 1, Justin Gaethje. Number 2, Matt Hughes. We go number 2, Matt Hughes. Number 3. I'm going back old too. Ken Shamrock in Pancrase.
Okay, nice.
Sakuraba. Kevin Randleman.
Dude, that you're flexing some serious like hardcore fan knowledge there. Like you said, going way back with those ones. That's awesome.
Yeah. Shout out Billy.
Dude, Randleman, one of the most ridiculous athletic specimens to ever compete in MMA. Just ridiculous.
He was just a good time. That's what I mean. And,
truly.
A lot of those guys I don't like fight like, you know what I mean? I like admire just the ability to pick somebody up and toss them over your head. I've always had to think about it and plot it out a little more.
Yeah. What is it? Is that what you love about Gaethje? Just how wild and reckless and aggressive he is?
Gaethje, I would say I do fight like I wouldn't say he's I try to emulate Gaethje. I'm definitely not like wild and reckless, trying to get into a gunfight, but I do appreciate him changing ranges in his kicks a whole lot and being able to cover different ranges with low kicks and how much he relies on like Mexican style boxing to get to work his way inside. I appreciate both those aspects, and he's on the train of let's fight or let's bang up top. Then I'm going to rock you. You're going to try to take me down. It's not going to work because I'm a great wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to be over. And I definitely subscribe to that at times.
Nice. There's a lot of people, a lot of Gaethje fans and a lot of people who just want to root for Gaethje, I guess, that feel he should wrestle a lot more. Like a lot of people are upset he doesn't try to wrestle more.
I don't think anyone's upset he's not wrestling more.
Okay. When I should say when he loses for not wrestling, then they're upset that he didn't wrestle more.
Yeah. I hear that. For sure. Well, he could, you know what I mean? But it's his style, you know what I mean? And that screwed so many people up in the past. So
I'm sure you've seen it, but a lot of people probably haven't. But I highly recommend you go to YouTube and type in Justin Gaethje slam knockout, because he had some insane slam wins early on in his career. Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
I mean, Gaethje's just a wild man. And like you said, he's a lot more technical, I think, than he gets credit for. I think the Ferguson fight especially.
That showed.
Insane. Yeah, just insane. So is that kind of, you feel that you're emulating Gaethje a little bit? Like, is that what you could tell fans to expect on July 9th? Like you got a little Justin Gaethje in you?
Yeah, with more wrestling. Like I get a special satisfaction just, from being a wrestler my entire life, from taking a guy down, staying on top of him, riding him out, doing a bunch of funky shit to him, and then seeing the look on their face and they realize they're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. Nice. Well, dude, we're insanely stoked for this event. Like I said, working with you and your team again is going to be amazing. We got Billy Elliott chiming in.
Yeah,
toothless aggression. Toothless aggression. That's a beautiful little catchphrase for it. So Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you also putting your hair on the line, because if Chase is down and you're down and we got a hair match going, I mean, why not?
Dude.
Like, let's do this thing.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's not like he's betting much.
Yeah.
What's he got?
he's
A top knot?
little man bun going on, but
Cool.
we're putting it on the line. I'll bring the scissors for you guys.
Whatever. Yeah, do it.
All right, brother. I appreciate the time, man. I know like our audience is going to be stoked to watch you compete after listening to this. You've been awesome, man. I don't know how many interviews you've done for fights, but you're polished at this, bro.
First one.
First one. Yeah, nice. I'm honored,
Dropping
bro.
my little cherry on here.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Right.
We're gonna have to flag this as like parental advisory 18 only now for when we post it. Yeah.
I love it.
All right, man. Well, go enjoy the rest of your day. Finish up camp strong, and we'll see you in a couple weeks in Washington, dude. It's going to be a hell of a time.
You as well, sir. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Yep. Take care, man. So that was Brady Rivera, everybody. Fighting Chase Boyde. That is an absolute banger of an advanced amateur welterweight matchup. Freaking stoked for that fight. I was stoked for that fight the minute that both guys signed it, but I am even more stoked now after hearing from both of them, because as you guys know, watching Chase and what kind of fighter he is, now you've heard from Brady and what kind of fighter he is, and the cast of people that he's training with is freaking no joke, guys. Like, that gym is very, very good, and everybody they got there is very, very good. He's getting some exceptional work in, and like you said, wrestling your whole life as he has. I mean, people in Western PA can certainly appreciate that kind of wrestling background and what that means for a fighter and for fighting in general. So that is going to be an absolute banger of a fight. Just joining the card, we've had this ticker rolling the entire podcast at the bottom with the fight card. I mean, that's one fight of many that we've announced. I think we're up to 10 announcements. There are a few more that are signed and we'll be announcing soon. So the card is still not done. So stay tuned for some big match and like some big matchups, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to spoil it on the podcast, but I will say Monday, we are announcing a fight Monday. It's an amateur fight, but you're going to want to tune in. We haven't mentioned it before. We haven't said a word about it on the podcast, nothing, but there's an amateur fight that we're going to announce Monday that you're going to want to tune in for. A pretty big deal, transitioning from a sport to MMA. He's a guy that you might know from another sport who's getting into MMA. So we're stoked to have him in this fight. He's got a super game opponent who has more experience than him, older than him, way more, training time than him in MMA. So it's going to be a banger. It's going to be an absolute banger, and we're stoked for it. Along with, all the fights at the bottom. We've talked to several of these fighters on the podcast and hyped these fighters on the podcast already, but we're not done, man. This July 9th card, go get your tickets right now at 247fighting.com. I know we've said this every podcast, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse with it, but this thing is selling out like fast. Ryan actually texted me this morning to say that there were only 16 third row seats left. So the first and second row are completely sold out, and the third row is working on being sold out. So I'm going to pull up the little seating chart for you guys just to see this, to know that this is not promoter speak for you guys, not blowing smoke. We're not lying. The colored dots are available and the gray dots are sold. So as you can see, it's getting pretty thin. We got like half the seats left maybe. And a lot of them are these intermediate seats left. And then beyond that, this area, all these gray areas are just standing room only. So if you want a seat, if you want a physical chair and you want the prime view, your pickings are getting slim, guys. It's not like we're not doing this as a way to build urgency. We're not trying to like force you to buy now and like lying to you about the amount of seats that are left. This is the literal seating chart. And when these seats are gone, they're gone. And we literally can't add more. So if you want seats, get in there, get them now. We got Chase Boyde and Brady Rivera, who you just heard from, along with all the fights on the bottom, along with a couple fights to come. So this is going to be one heck of a night, guys. I mean, July 7th at the Hollywood Casino at the Meadows. We're stoked for it, and we will see you there. Go get those tickets, 247fighting.com. we'll talk to you guys next week, and stay tuned to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter for that fight announcement on Monday, as well as some really fun content coming. I got some videos for you guys, got some things for you guys that I think you're going to want to see. So just tune in. We're taking everything to the next level.